welcome to Bluebird Lane Creations. My name's Tiffany, and it's time to get creative. We're back today on Wednesday. We're revisiting the blue journal that I've been working on over time. I've got a few videos out on this one already, showing how I created the 3 signatures, how I covered this book cover with this fabric that I found from a skirt at a thrift shop. We put some tabs on, and we have decorated a number of pages, and that's just what we're going to continue to do, is just keep going in this journal. So today I'm going to set the journal aside. What I'd like to work on is a couple of belly bands. Now, I was combing through Pinterest, and I always do that late at night when I'm just kind of sitting around, and I try to look for ideas and get inspired. And what I had found was a belly band that was essentially circles that were, let me see if I have some here, circles that were stacked like this and spaced out, and then they were sewn just down the center. It was very simple. So I want to do a couple of things today. These ones I fussy cut out, and we might use those as well. Let me see if I have any more over here. Forgot I had those. I have a stack of stuff for this journal, and I just kind of resource to it as I need things. Okay. Well, what my plan is to sort of do, the same idea, but I want to add a few elements into it, and we're going to do 2, because I want to show you, if you don't have, this, I think this is a 2.5-inch circle. Now, if you have digitals, know that you can size these down on your computer. You can print 2 on a page, you can print 4 on a page, it doesn't matter. So you can size them down in a way on your computer. This kit, which I'll have linked in the description, had a number of sizes. So like these ones are obviously smaller. I think these are probably 1.5. This is 2.5. I do have punches, but I don't have these punches. So I'm gonna open this so that you can see a little bit better. This large circle would be cut off, if I punch it with this, which I'm going to do, because I don't have this size. Now I did find one of my dies. I have a die this size, so I could do that. But I kind of want to show you guys what some alternatives are. I also, if you didn't have a circle and you only had a square, we're going to do one with the square shape. So we're going to cut some of these out, just kind of highlighting, a part of the image that we like or want to see. And we're going to do a circle one, and we're going to do a square belly band, and we're going to add them into our journal. So I'm just going to get started here, because, I also, I'm going to be using this job work order. This is not vintage. It's something that I found along the way and was in my stash. I took the, let's see what color this one was. This was, sometimes these colors just jump in and out of my mind. Blueprint Sketch. I was thinking it was the newer one, the prize ribbon, and I couldn't think of the old color name. So this, brings out some color in our journal, but I'm going to kind of layer these in between, and we're going to make it our own thing. I try to not copy anybody exactly, but if I find something I really like, I do something very similar. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to actually, let's get a stamp out. I had brought this stamp. I just got this the other day. I haven't even used it yet. It is by Stampendous, and it is a cling rubber stamp. Now you could use this in like a MISTI or on an acrylic block. I'm not going to do that today because I don't need it to be precise, but it is a sort of ledger paper, and I thought if we laid that down a little bit on here, we could get some good images. Let me think if I want a, I think I'm just going to use my walnut stain, since since I'll be inking the edges with that, let's just use that and see what we get. We don't have to commit to use this in our journal. Right now we're just playing around and seeing if we can create something that we like. So I'm just going to kind of touch this down in a few spots. I just want a really light image on the paper. Nothing, I mean, this one's not really showing up that well, so maybe I do want something a little darker. Let me think here. I am going to go ahead and use my Versamark. Let's get some of this black on there. We're not going to be putting a ton, so the contrast won't be there. Okay, let's see if we can get something over here. Oh yeah, that gives us a little more of what we're looking for. Maybe this corner. Now we're going to be chopping this up, so it won't really matter, you know, which way is up or whatever, because we're going to be turning it into small circles and squares along the way. And as much as I try to be prepared, I always forget something, and I forgot to have my little baby wipe out. This not only keeps my fingers clean, but I can just clean my stamp off real quick. I do have a stamp cleaner that I use, but I'm just gonna wipe this down and set it aside. Okay. Get my fingers just a little. I just got out of the shower like 2 minutes ago, and I already look like I need another one. Okay. So let's cover that ink and we'll set that aside. And I'm going to punch a few circles out of this. And I'm using the bottom window just to see if I can get, you know, part of the image that I really like. And we'll just do a few of these up the way. Let's see about that. And maybe one more. I don't know how many we're going to need, so I just want to have enough. Let's see if we can get one here at the bottom. All right. While we're here, I am just going to go ahead and we'll punch some squares out as well. Okay. Can I get one more? I'm wondering if I can get another one right in here. And I may save parts of this to use in collage, so I'm just going to kind of keep it as whole as I can. See if we can get anywhere. I don't think so. Okay, so that's going to go to the side. Oh, that blue. I didn't give my blueprint sketch very long. I just sprayed it real quick before we started, so it's probably been sitting for 10 minutes, not very long. I'll set these punches in case we need them. Now, I am going to go through and punch a few of the blue. Well, what if we just use what we have here first? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be layering these up with these ones that we just cut out. So we're going to come in and make a belly band out of these layers. Oh, that's pretty. And we could space them out a little bit more because I think that that's pretty good. Let's see if we can get more of our images. Now also what I might do is I could do a number of things. I could put a little cheesecloth under each one to give it some texture. I also have this eyelash trim where I've been using kind of the bluer section of it. But I think I'm going to go with the cheesecloth on this one. Another option would be to take the ruffly part. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, we got a change of plans here, folks. I'm going with the ruffles. I'm going to take my scissors and just nip it right there, and we're going to tear the part that's bound together. Just going to try to use our muscles and tear that off. Okay. So we'll end up putting just a little bit of this, and I'm going to cut, actually I'm going to cut this down a little bit more because I just want the ruffle part of this lace. And I will use the other part, so bear with me here, I'm off screen, but I'm coming back in screen. I'll try that and see. I don't want to cut it all just in case. So let's see, we need one there, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll need 5 little snippets of it. One, 2, 3, and we'll get this one in half here. And I really want that fuzzy part of this, so this method might not be for everybody, but that's what the look that I want on this one. Now let's see, I have a little bag. I'm just going to use this to work on here, and we'll start with our top one here, and I'm just going to work backwards. I am going to be using Fabri-Tac for this part of it, and we're just going to put a little down here. My Fabri-Tac, I haven't used it in a couple days. There we go. Okay, we'll get our little piece of lace here. And then we'll get our image that we want to stack on that. Now, let me try to raise this up just a little. So the lace, I think I'm going to put just above halfway mark. That'll give me some good ability to layer. So I'm just putting glue on the top portion that I plan on sticking to this. And you know what I should have done, and I'm going to take a moment and do it right now. So I should have inked the edges of the punches that we did on this job order. Just have a few of them, so I'm just going to hit them real quick with, this is the walnut stain. I am always forgetting something. Okay, we need another piece of fabric. These are sticking together. I tore my ruffle right off of that. Okay, this is a good one. Get a good amount of Fabri-Tac on there and put another ruffle layer. And I am going to just trim these corners. I don't want the corners to kind of stick out, so most of it will be covered by the next circle, but I just want to be sure. And I'm looking at the part that I want to be seen, and that's where I'm gluing on the back of that part. And I'm just going to kind of straighten things as I go. The Fabri-Tac does allow movement, so You know, it's not as fast as some other glues at holding in place. So if you mess up, you can still maneuver things around, and but also in return, if you nudge your work out of place, then you need to fix it. Okay. Let's get the top part where the blue is. Want to let you guys know I hit my 300 subscribers on Saturday. On Sunday, I filmed a giveaway, and it is still going on. That giveaway is going through Sunday, February 6th. The video says November 6th. It's February 6th, and I'm sorry about that. I did try to correct it in the description as well as in the title, but just so you know, I am aware. But if you're not a subscriber and you want to still get involved in that, you absolutely can. Just go look for that 300 subscriber giveaway in my videos list, and certainly jump in. It's a really cool collection of Tim Holtz items, and it is, at this point, that's for US only, and I apologize. I will be including international as I move forward, even if it's just you know, offering some digitals or something that I can, you know, purchase and give out. Then I'll do it that way, because I really want to be able to say thank you to everybody. So all right, just kind of making sure these are pushed down, that we're getting good. This one seems like it needs a little more behind. You could also, and it probably would have been a good idea, to hot glue what we're doing here. I'm going to end it with this really pretty butterfly here. So let me find another bit of lace. This one doesn't have a ruffle, but I don't think I care. I'm putting it on there anyway. All right. And I may just get out my hot glue gun for the next section. So I'm just kind of straightening this up, making sure that it's somewhat aligned. I am working at an angle, but you know, I want that to, and I'm just kind of looking at my spacing to see how that looks, you know, for me, and I think that's looking pretty good. So that'll be a belly band to go on one of our pages, this way or this way. And I'm wondering, I'm going to look at my pages here and just see, you know, if we're putting it on a page, like, do we want that? I think I'm going to take it like I'm going to make this a little bigger. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I don't want to cover this butterfly though, so I'm going to work the opposite direction now, and let me get a little more ruffle. Now I'm going to be gluing it on top of this one. And what I can do is I can just kind of eyeball that, and we'll get that stuck down there. To make sure that it's straight-ish, straight-ish. And we've got another circle that we punched out. And our other bit of lace. Let's do one more that doesn't have a ruffle, and then we'll kind of tie us in together. Give it a little fuzzums there. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see, I'll just put it like that. It'll be a little bit harder to see without the ruffle on it, but that's all right. Boy, my glue bottle's trying to steal the show today. Okay, that's definitely going to give us a little more page coverage. Now, if you wanted to, and I'm not doing it, but I'm showing an example, I guess. If you wanted to kind of mimic sewing, you could just, you know, tack down. This was sent to me by my stepmom, Susie, the other day. I haven't put it away yet. So, I mean, you could take a piece of yarn or something and you could kind of tack it down if you don't have a sewing machine. Just glue that down lightly and then let it sit to give that same effect. I'm not doing that today because I did add the little ruffles to mine. Now I can come back and let's see. Sorry about my reach here. Just trying to think if I have. Oh, I probably have something right here. Let's see what I've got handy. Oh, you know, I just found some squares. I feel like I'm scoring left and right here. Saving me a ton of work and us a bit of time. Bear with me. I'm just flipping through what I have sitting over here. Some tags. I got journaling cards. Okay. Well, what I was thinking is that if I had a, you know, like a word or something inspiring that I could just put on, let's see. If I find one, I can tell you right now, I apologize about my camera. If I find one, I'm not going to remember who it was from. I'm just being honest at this point. I'm trying to get organized with my digitals, and certainly as I'm printing new ones, but I had no idea at the time that I started, you know, junk journaling that I was going to, you know, make that a big public adventure. I'm not seeing anything in here. Okay, well, we'll throw something on it later. What I was just thinking is that if I could find a little word, gosh, I'm all over the place, something small, you know, that you could tack on with this, just like something. So we'll definitely try to look and find something that'll work. But I want to get another one of these made, so we are going to, oh, I might have found something. Do I like that color though? No. Okay, we're moving on. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm going to set this little guy aside and let's start a square one. Now, I can tell you right now, based on the size of this one, that we are going to need more squares. I'm not laying them out in the order that I'm going to put them on, but I want to see along the circles like how many more we're going to need. So let me think here. I'm going to start, I have less of these work orders, so we're going to do this. And we'll get that guy. So what I'm doing is I'm using what I have, okay? And right now that's this square punch, and I'm punching them out of the circle digital. This is going to give you more use of the items that you're buying. So I encourage you to do that. See what you can do to stretch your supplies. Okay. I'm absolutely sure that I can't get under any circumstance, one more square out of this thing. I should have done like a space saving. Oh, I'm trying it. There's one teeny little corner that I don't care. I'm using it. we're having a make it work moment. I don't have time. I mean, I don't want to stop the camera, and I got to go to work here in a couple hours. So I'm trying to get a few things done. I don't want to stop the video to go make another work order. So we're just seeing what we can come up with here. Why don't you want to slide? What is caught right there? Oh, that. Okay. Bear with me. I think there might be a square in here. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Whew, look at my thumbs. I'm going to go to work and people are going to be like, what in the world have you been up to? Eating blueberries? I don't know. Thanks, Tim Holtz. Appreciate it. And I keep putting, I keep wiping my hands on a baby wipe, and we all know that the Tim Holtz Distress Inks are water soluble, so I'm really probably not helping my case here. So I'm just going to wipe my Fabri-Tac off here, make sure that that's ready to go. And we are going to start another one. Now, I think I want the blue at this bottom, this, that. So I think we can do that way, because I just want a pretty butterfly at the bottom. We'll do that. Okay, let's see. Now on this one, maybe I will do a bit of eyelash trim. Kind of like the lace. Do I have anything else that might be fun? I want to save that one for something else. Oh, you know what would be fun? I was sent this blue tissue paper from my stepmom. What if we just kind of tear bits of this? Let's see if we can make this work in there. This will glue pretty fast, and actually we won't need to use Fabri-Tac. We can use like either art glitter glue, or yeah, let's use our art glitter glue. That'll dry really fast. I'm just going to make sure that that's flowing here, because sometimes when I don't use it for a day or two, it's just wants to have a mind of its own. Okay, let's start at the top, and I'm going to just put a little glue down here. Now what's cool about this is we'll have it just kind of, stick out wherever. So it's not, I'm not doing anything symmetrical. And, we could have even, if we wanted to, we could do diamonds. Like, this doesn't have to be square. So maybe we'll give that a go. Let's just, we'll just keep our tissue paper like that, and we'll just keep going here. Okay, so I've decided to do a diamond. So we'll just take the point to about the middle and glue it on like that. Perfect. Oh, this will be fun. See, I'm just creating on the whim. Put a little of this around. The tissue paper is going to hold really easily to everything. And we'll get one of these, and I'm just going from like about the middle down and then kind of filling in out so that it sticks really good. Now on this, I just have to kind of line up the points here, make sure my spacing looks good. Oops, of course I slide it. Got a little glue seepage on that. It's okay. The art glitter glue, and that's this brand, Art Glitter Glue. This is not this glue does not have glitter in it, but it is used to glue glitter to things. However, crafters definitely use this because it's amazing on paper. Everything dries so quick. I'm trying to stay away from the straight edges too much. All right. Yeah, this one's turning out pretty good. We didn't even do the squares that I had planned. We just rolling with the punches and changing it up. Letting our creative minds do what it will. Yeah, this is gluing really fast, so it's nice because like these ones up here aren't moving when I'm trying to straighten this one out, so that's working out pretty good. Save your guys' tissue paper, you know, if you're doing like swaps or whatever you're, you know, whatever little things you're doing. If you're getting stuff in the mail, it's, you know, definitely a fun way to use up even your brighter colors. Springtime's coming, and just a way to waste a little less and use it up in something fun. And this was, what's kind of cool about this is it was sent to me by my stepmom, so I knew right away when I saw it. I was like, yes, that's going to work in my blue journal. I just didn't know what it was going to do exactly, but, you know, figuring it out. We did cover up a butterfly there, which makes me sad, but, you know, do what you need to do to get it done. I think this will turn out really good. So you can literally use any shape. Any shape. You can use punches. You can use dies. It doesn't matter. Use what you have. I think that we're just going to have a couple more of these videos with the blue journal, and then I'm going to move to another project. I will probably, I mean, I'm going to try to finish as much as I can with you guys, but what I'll probably end up doing is having to finish some of it off screen, and then I'm going to I'll do a flip through, you know, a final flip through of how it all turned out, because I'm not sure if I will have time to film it all. I have obligations and, you know, crafty friends that I have joined for challenges and such, and I just want to make sure that my content is varied and you guys are getting a bunch of different inspiration and ideas on my channel. So certainly want to try to provide what I can, and I definitely have some project ideas that I think would be really fun, and I want to make sure we get to do those together. So plus variety is good, and you know, everything's essentially similar. You know, you've got pockets and tucks and belly bands and altered paper clips, and you know, you've got all these items, and but I mean, they're all in the same family. It's just trying to see people's unique spin on those. And once again, I did not ink the edges to some of these, and I did with others, which will likely drive me a little batty, but what are you gonna do? Just try to get a little ink on there where I can. All right, we're just making do here with what we can. And then what I'm going to do is pull out the journal, and we're going to find a couple spots for these two belly bands. Let me get my glue put away. Thanks for bearing with me here. Get the rest of our tissue paper set aside. Oops, dropped it on the floor. All right, we've got a pretty big piece of that left, so that's good. Okay, let's see in our books where we would have some room for these. I wanted to put one on the starting page of the last journal. So let's see if how our circle one's gonna look here while that blue one dries up a little bit. So that'll be fun. And I might even lay like, what do I have? I have this fabric tape that I got. It's Tim Holtz, and I'm thinking I might use that just not to really secure it, but just to ground it top and bottom. So I'm going to put some glue, and I am going to use art glitter glue again. I know I just put it away. I'm going to use art glitter glue on the top and bottom of this to really get it stuck down good. To get my pin back in there. And I'm just looking to somewhat center it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Got a little lace bit in there. And once that's pretty stuck down, I'm going to, so I found this Tim Holtz. I thought this was washi tape. It's not, it's fabric tape. It is Tim Holtz, and it is available on Amazon. Just put in Tim Holtz fabric tape. Now what is really cool about this is if you just nip it, just like when you're tearing fabric, it tears. So it gives, and then you can peel this backing off, and it gives the fabric that little bit of kind of a frayed edge feel to it. It's just really cool. So I'm going to flip this and just, I'm going to put a little bit of this right up here. And we're going to do the same on the bottom. And I'm not measuring. I'm just just doing an approximate. And even though our glue will hold, this will just give it, I mean, it's not going to provide too much extra hold from, I mean, the glue would be sufficient, but like I said, for me, it just kind of grounds it. It gives it something extra. And eventually I'll come in and maybe put, you know, an inspirational word on somewhere, maybe down here, maybe it just kind of drifts off. I have some things, but just not the right things. Like I have all kinds of little prints printed out, but the inspiring words have escaped me. So, okay, well, that's wonderful. That fit in there perfect and looks great. What this will be is belly band is for just sticking, you know, little bits of ephemera in. Journaling cards. So we have a couple that I have inked up already. I did tell you that this particular journal is a faith-based, so I am going to find some faith-based journaling cards and get those tucked in here. We'll just tuck a couple. This one's got a really pretty butterfly. And we can just leave it like that. We can even put something else in there later. Okay, so let's put the square one somewhere. Let's find a place for the square one. Let's see. We can do it maybe on the back side of the first journal, since we did the front side of the, yeah, okay. I'm going to do kind of a little triangle on each end. My ephemera won't be, my journaling cards and such, but they won't be going all the way to the end of these, so I just really want them to have a good hold. Oops, I might have overglued down here. Use my little wipe. It's pretty dry now anyway. And get that good and stuck down. And we can do the same thing to bring a little, I'm going to snip these ones just a little shorter because the squares, you know, they have a smaller base there since we made them into diamonds. And we'll tear 2 of these and get these put on there. And one's going to go right to the, close to the bottom of our page. And look at this guy. So even if your edges roll a little bit, it just really adds to the distressed image of this fabric tape. So don't worry about it. Like I had one project the other day and the corner rolled up and I actually ended up loving it more. So it's got the little frayed pieces sticking off. It's perfect. Okay, do we have a couple more of these? So I'll go in later and I'll put some coffee stain or something, you know, on the back of these. I'm just kind of showing you, you know, what these might look like in here. All right. Well, we've got those 2 finished, and that puts us just over, well, we're probably at about 40 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits there. I hope you guys enjoyed the belly bands, and I certainly look forward to the next video. I think I'd like to do some altered paper clips. I really want to try to get a few things that we can stick on the top, or maybe pinch one of the bags closed. I'm not sure, but I'd like to do some altered paper clips maybe for the next Wednesday blue journal. So we'll do a couple more things and then try to finish this guy up. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you guys have a lovely day. And please, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and see what's going to happen next around here, because it's growing fast and I'm going to be doing some cool giveaways, and I'd really love to have you along for the ride. If you could also comment, I love responding to people. I feel like I'm building friendships in my comments, so that's kind of fun. I will respond to everyone. So thank you so much. Have a great day.